Tucked away between snow-capped mountains and a pristine glacial bay is the fishing town of Seward, Alaska. But above the picturesque landscape, the skies tell a different story. Above Seward, UFOs strafe the northern sky. All different style of aircraft, all moving in patterns not humanly possible. Witnessed by wide-eyed residents below. Why Seward? What do these alien aircraft want with this small slice of Alaska?
My name is Jeff Erickson, and I own Granite Point Mountain Lodge, and I live in Seward, Alaska. I've been in Alaska for 26 winters. Most of the years living a subsistence lifestyle and very in touch with the wilderness. I love living in Seward, Alaska. It's a beautiful place. It's nice and wet all the time and beautiful and very rugged terrain. When you're hiking around the mountains, you can see black bears, grizzly bears, lynx, all sorts of cool creatures.
Slate, come here, babes.
So I want to take all these eggs out.
I've got 3 young, beautiful children, and my partner, Melissa.
Ooh, that's a lot of eggs.
Yeah, we spend a lot of time out here in the wilderness, and we spend a lot of time hunting and fishing and camping. And I spend a lot of time looking up at the skies around here. It's just so beautiful. But there is really nothing that even comes close to what I saw the other night. It was definitely unidentified flying object of some sort. So I'd been out here for 9 days trying to get this foundation put in for a new cabin. And finally sit down for a few minutes to get some rack time. And I looked up, and there was this crazy light in the sky.
Jeff was lured from bed to the window by the horrifying lights and began to record what he was seeing without hesitation.
They were moving so quickly with so much fluidity that I knew that it wasn't the normal craft in the skies. The speed in which they moved and the cornering, pulling G-forces that humans wouldn't be able to withstand.
On that fateful night, across the bay from their lodge, Jeff's partner, Melissa, played tour guide for a friend who had recently moved to Seward and was in for the fright of her life.
I'm a skeptic by nature, and seeing is believing is what I always say. But I just can't help what I saw, and people saw it with me from different perspectives. It was like maybe 10:30 or so, and I was driving down Nash Road with my friend T. He hasn't been in town for too long, and he hadn't really seen much of Seward.
My name is Terrell Charles. You can call me T. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I moved here to work in the fishing cannery. Me and Melissa, we good friends. She's one of the 5 people that I met when I came here, and one night she said, I'm gonna show you around. So we were riding around, just riding down Nash Road, and we seen something floating in the sky. And look what that is right there. See that? When we were coming over the hill, and we saw this thing, we had to pull over. I mean, it was noticeable.
I looked up and I saw flashing lights, just this thing that looked bigger than a star, but it was just twinkling. It was flashing lights. And he looked and it was just like, what is that?
Menacing lights in the sky at the same time Melissa's partner Jeff had his UFO encounter? Coincidence? Or are they witnessing the same phenomenon?
It was just like a spaceship, a machine thing, a saucer in the sky. It tripped our head out. We're like, I'm looking at her, she's looking at me. We were both looking at this. I ain't never seen nothing go that fast. That high in the sky. Man, it was scary. I was scared. Then it was dark. And then you just see the thing with the lights. The lights was beaming. And I was scared, man. I know what I saw. It scared the hell out of me.
Anchorage is Alaska's bustling metropolis, with a population that accounts for a third of the state. Surrounded by natural wonder, Anchorage is a rare large city in an otherwise wild landscape. But over the last decade, once the sun sets on the city, its residents have been hearing eerie sounds ripping through the night sky. The violent noises beg to be accompanied by something frightening to witness. But each time, only a foreboding sound that can't be ignored. Could aliens be trying to communicate with the people of Anchorage? Or is there something more sinister at play?
My name is Melissa. I live in Anchorage, Alaska, and I heard something really strange that I can't explain. It was like a sound that was bigger than me, bigger than all of us, really. It was super late at night, like 3 in the morning or something. I heard a strange sound outside. Then I just started recording. That is so creepy. It sounded kind of like something that was a really heavy metal object, I guess, being drugged underwater. It's an odd sound that I've never heard any other time in my life. And it just made me feel like something really bad was going to happen. As I sat out there and I heard one after another, each time I heard it, it got worse and worse. It got louder, and then I started to feel more and more uncomfortable. And I hope you guys can hear this. Feeling like there was something out there with me. Oh, gosh. The 6th one that I heard, I got super creeped out. No, that's creepy. And I had to go inside. Everyone was sleeping at my house when I heard it. If one person hears it, you think that everyone around you would hear it, but that's not the case. It's almost like I was chosen to hear it. And if I'm chosen for that, I don't think it's a positive thing. To me, that's scary.
But Melissa may not be the only chosen one. There are other earshot witnesses who have dug deeper to get to the bottom of these sounds.
My name is Delana Green, and I'm a piano and performing arts instructor here in Alaska. Over the last few years, there's been a tone, and there may only be one or a few people that actually hear it, almost like they were chosen to hear it. Once I myself heard the tones, it was weird and different and disruptive and turbulent. When I started seeing that others had heard the same thing, there started to get a little bit more of an eerie feeling.
That eerie feeling led Delana to use her professional training to decode the mysterious tones.
I found that it actually sounds very similar to what is called a tritone. Playing it creates this dissonance. There's unresolved tension. And tritones have been known over the years as Diabolus in Musica, the devil in music. With all the phenomenons that we have in Alaska, like the Northern Lights, it's very possible these sounds could be coming from another world, another place.